so that I can learn how to be a better educator, not only to kids, but to our school community. And then also to get practice in what attending and organizing gardening and outreach community events, what looks like best practices, and then expanding my own community to be parts of these awesome other larger projects that we've been learning about. So that's why I'm here.
Hello, my name is Melissa Schilling, and I'm from North Long Beach. And I specify North Long Beach because I think we're a little behind the rest of Long Beach in basically building community gardens and home gardens. And so I hope to put what I learned here to work and to gain enough confidence to be a much better servant, I guess, of the community. And I do volunteer with Mark, and I am a garden holic.
Hi, I'm Lee White, and I volunteer with the North Long Beach Victory Garden. And what I'd like to get out of this program is to help with the activities I'm already involved in and help to make them stronger. I volunteer at an elementary school in Long Beach, and they already have a garden, but I want to connect the families with the garden and gardening to make our community healthier through this program. And we have several programs at our community garden, the North Long Beach Victory Garden. And so I'm looking to help build our nearby community, get them interested in eating and growing food.
Hi, I'm Amanda. I'm from LA. I started gardening in college, and I did a lot of food justice, food system, peer education in college, and then learned more about gardening by working on organic farms in different parts of the world and gardens in LA. So a lot of my education was kind of by osmosis, so I'm here to get all the scientific things in line, learn all of the nitty-gritty details so that I can be better in my current roles and also do more with all of the amazing community organizers here. I also maintain 3 school gardens in Echo Park where I live.
Hi, my name is Blanche, and I am from Harbor City, and I've been interested in gardening for over 20 years. I'm originally from Honolulu and have been interested or taught about gardening through my parents and relatives in Hawaii. And then I have a passion for flowers and plants. And I would like to learn and have more opportunities on how I can be involved in the community and share the knowledge that I have acquired over the years about the plants and growing butterflies and sharing with schools and people in the community.
Hi, my name is Jesus Diaz-Ceja, and I'm from Pomona, California. And I think I've been interested in growing since I was born. My family was in Mexico, were farmers, they grew corn. And the stories from my parents was that I used to go with my grandpa and assist them in planting the corn. So it's always, I think that's something that's been ingrained in me. Here, my gardening has been as a volunteer, and I actually work part-time for Amy's Farm in Ontario. Currently, I am a parent navigator for Prototypes, which is a large facility where we do a great variety of programs. And once they found out that I had some gardening background, they asked me if I would start a garden for our transitional housing program for women. And just seeing them come and kind of how relaxed they are in working, and then once they saw the garden bloom and seeing some of the stuff that they planted actually grow, the excitement that they had, it was really satisfying to see. But I also realized that a lot of the information that I gave them was a lot of research that I just did personally. So I'm hoping from this program that I can get much more formal training as to how to present so that they can be more successful. Because I did have one that kept coming back and we kept trying to plant, but our plant just wasn't being successful. So I'm not sure if that's partly my fault or we were just not doing something correct. So I'm hoping that I can become better at providing the information that they need to be successful. There's also an opportunity in my city for food security and creating a community garden that I've been involved in. So I'm hoping that this also allows me to continue to grow and provide better information for them.
Hi everyone, my name is Raquel Valles. I'm from the Huntington Park area, native Antolino. And I was first interested in gardening from a very young age. My mom has a green thumb, and every time I tried to grow a plant, I would kill it. So I'm here to, I've had some gardening experience. I worked on a few farms, organic farms. I was in Missouri last year, and I spent a few months out there on this farm called Heal the Planet Farm, and I took a permaculture course there, which I learned a lot about plants, and I'm just fascinated by just like the intelligence in plants, and I'm a nature lover. And let's see what else have I done. I spent some time in Costa Rica and with an indigenous community, and I helped with their organic farming there. So it's just, I see gardening as a way to bring community together. I worry about our food systems and us being disconnected from the food that we eat. And I see gardening and being able to grow your own food as empowering. And I want to take that to the community. I have a lot of aspirations for what I want to get from this program and give. I want to start a community garden in the Huntington Park area. I also work for a charter school, and we don't have a gardening program, so I'm interested in connecting and networking with people here, and possibly taking that to my workplace and spreading knowledge there.
Hello, my name is Tyler Kenny, and I go by TK. My father taught me to landscape as a child, and I've since worked doing a lot of xeriscaping in the Los Angeles area, but originally from Costa Mesa. I've since done work with Alternatives to Violence projects in some of their gardens, as well as my most recent employer, the Environmental Charter Middle School. I'm in the South Harbor Gateway, where I teach environmental justice. And I think that my biggest why, about why I'm here, is to help communities and my folks find food sovereignty. Xeriscaping would be finding a route back to native farming, as well as like zero inputs.
Hey folks, my name is Jose Gama Vargas. I feel really elated right now sharing this space with everyone here in this room. I'm just like listening to all of your goals and what you're going to do with this. And I had this feeling 2 times before. The first time was when the first time ever I tasted a fruit from a tree. It was actually in a school. Somebody planted it there, and it was really delicious. And then the second time I felt this feeling was when I decided to go into horticulture. It was a long story. I finally got to the place. It's Notsack in Pomona. And I walked to the greenhouse, and I had a really good feeling. And now I'm feeling it now. And the reason why I'm here is because I feel like we're at a pivotal point in human history. It's a very scary time, but it's also a very important time. And it's our responsibility to make a difference in our own lives, but also the lives of others in our community, and connecting with the earth and bringing everything together and working together is the way forward. And that's why I'm here, and I'm looking forward to learn from every single one of you. Thank you.
Hi everybody, I'm Megan O'Connell. I live in Century City over by UCLA. I'm originally from Boston and then went to college in New York City, so have a very urban background, had virtually no knowledge of or exposure to where my food was coming from. And then after college, I served as a Peace Corps volunteer in Kyrgyzstan, which was a tiny little country in Central Asia. And I was a health educator there, but also living with a host family and working on their wheat and potato farms and in their vegetable gardens. So became extremely interested in the connections between localized food systems and nutrition and health. And that experience inspired me to get my master's in public health and community health sciences at UCLA. So while I was there, I was focusing all of my research on sustainable food systems and did an internship with Seeds to Plate, which is a middle school garden organization. I think we're actually, I saw on the schedule, going to visit them later on in this program. So I was working with them to develop a middle school curriculum that integrated the garden into all of their academic subjects. After grad school, I worked at UCLA for a bit and was really involved in our campus's edible garden there, and got to teach a class, an intro to urban agriculture in the School of Public Health. I recently left that job and I'm not sure what's next, but I know it'll involve community health and food systems, and I very much hope that gardening and urban agriculture will be a part of it too. Through all of that, I've had a lot of experience working with other master gardeners and have always really respected their knowledge and dedication to their community, so that is what brought me here.
Hi, my name is Sarah Heater. I live in Burbank, and I started personally gardening in my backyard years ago, and just fell in love with it. And then recently I started working for Enrich LA, and it's a nonprofit that puts gardens in schools, and I loved educating the children, and like even hearing your story of tasting the fruit in elementary school. I was like, that's okay, we hope we're bringing the kids in the schools, but anyway, just here to get more knowledge and join this community and just serve the community in more ways.
Hi, my name is Alex Arciniga. I went to Cal State Long Beach and I learned some community organizing there through working with different, from the Latino groups to the African American groups. I went on to work at Anthem as doing some health advocacy around the ADA. We all know how that's working out. So had a kid, did a little bit refocusing, and I did a waste warrior, like zero waste training through the City of Burbank Sanitation Department. And one thing I noticed was that so many people who were into zero waste were upper middle class. So I really want to take what I learned there and what I learned here through the Master Gardening Program and democratize the knowledge, learn from all of you, and just scale things so that when someone leaves a garden or leaves an organization, the community can still carry on without that person. And I'm just here to learn from you guys and to help others be inspired.
Hi everyone, I'm Claudia Keller. I live in LA adjacent Orange County, which means like North Orange County. I'm super glad to be here, and it's not every Saturday you make 50 new friends. Personally, I've been gardening. I started with one pot on a balcony, and then square foot gardening, and now I have 2 beds in my backyard, and I love roses and that whole thing. So I want to learn more, obviously. Professionally, I spent time with the American Heart Association where we put 25 school gardens in the ground, and that's when I fell in love with school gardens. I left to another nonprofit where I am now, the LA Promise Fund, where I'm officially in charge of fundraising. But unofficially, I have 5 school gardens under my care. So the school gardens kind of follow me around wherever I go, which is pretty awesome. What I'd like to get from this experience, besides making 52 new friends, which is pretty cool. Professionally, I'd like to be able to answer the question when I tell the kids, it's okay, things die. When they ask me why, I want to be able to help them with some science-based knowledge. I think as a community member, I want to give back to the projects that you're involved in and the projects near my community. And then personally, I want to finish demolishing my front lawn.
Hi, I'm Susie McDaniel. I live in Westchester. I'm a professor at Loyola Marymount University. I come to gardening through, I don't even know how many hundreds of years of Midwestern farmers, so I think it's in my DNA. My interest in this program goes way back. I have wanted to be a master gardener for probably 20 years. I can't tell you how excited I am to be here finally. It's just really wonderful. And I echo what everyone is suggesting about making new friends and networking with all of you amazing people who do such incredible things. I feel very humbled by all of the really terrific servant leadership that you're showing. My desire when I come through this program is maybe a little bit different. In 2012, my beautiful 19-year-old daughter lost her life to suicide after a life of battling bipolar disorder. And in the process of my grief, I decided to create a grief garden. It has been life-sustaining for me. I've helped a few other friends with projects like that. And so it's something I really have a heart for, that I'd like to help others get through grief by doing something along that line. So that's something I hope to network in with. I teach family communication at Loyola, and so I have a huge passion for families and community engagement. So I'd like to take all that out into the Westchester neighborhood and points beyond as well in terms of community gardening. I've also just started raising butterflies. Oh my gosh, you guys, it is the coolest thing. You've got to do this. So my new motto is plant milkweed and they will come. So I'm after monarchs because I grew up with them all over the Midwest. So I also have a great interest in butterfly and hummingbird gardens as well. So I'm so excited to be here. Thank you for allowing me to learn from all of you.
Susie McDaniel.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Sophia Leman, and I love to eat good food. So that's where this originated from. My background is in environmental studies, and I did some work for a government organization that creates public open spaces and green spaces and cultivates them primarily in trails and mountains, but going towards urban areas. And so my passion stemmed from that.